Welcome everyone to the channel where we not only build Linux and all the surrounding user space for 24 plus architectures, but also patch everything we don't like or package everything and make everything work. I noticed some time already that something initially I didn't know what, but it triggered me a little bit in testing, like for like 12 months already. Maybe I've seen it already a decade ago, but it's like, yeah, you boot some stuff and like in between QEMU, the open hackware, QEMU PowerPC BIOS and grub2 and your Linux kernel, something prints hello world, right? And sure, I get it. People write their first example program, your homework, university, or like when you're 8 and stuff, you type your basic program from a book. Like, I get it. You like print right line in Rust or stuff like hello world, but it gets old very fast. So it triggered me 12 months ago. Suddenly, I even grabbed that 12 months ago. Suddenly, is it really worth to patch it? And 12 months ago, I thought, yeah, just leave it. But I've seen it now like every month or every week. I've seen this and I have enough now. And when I have enough, I freaking patch it away, right? So where does this hello world come from? It comes from the Linux kernel. So someone in the Linux kernel sort. It is amazing if your PowerPC kernel boots with a Mac, Zilog, whatever, something, console, serial console, then it prints hello world there, and I have enough now. I mean, it's a super small thing, but it's a demonstration, right? When people ask me, what should they work on? Work on what is missing, what doesn't work, what you don't like, what you like, what something of that sort. So mirror Linux. And is it really worth it? No, not really. Again, at least 12 months I'm aware of this, but eventually I can't see it anymore. Especially like stuff doesn't boot and like everything is broken as per usual, right? You set up stuff and QEMU doesn't work, has bugs, open hackware, open firmware is incomplete and have bugs, and grub2 and the Linux kernel, and the last thing I want between all the stuff, like every time I try something I see a hello world in between. I will likely change it. 12 months ago or so I was already thinking, should I patch it fully away? And I thought, nah, maybe not. Initially I thought I patch it fully away, but as it serves as a indicator that your Linux kernel is a little bit up and running, I think I simply change it because I didn't even know where it's coming from, right? So patching it away, you lose the ability to see early that your PowerPC Linux kernel is alive. So I think I changed it to whatever the serial driver name was. I also grabbed some 12 months ago, let's see, I grabbed how much hello world is in the Linux kernel. I think there was only one plus some examples. Yeah, so there are some build tests, fair enough. They can use like in tests and your first programming examples like Rust or Zig or Swift example, right? Even documentation, surprisingly, for KUnit and Sphinx usage, but real codes, documentation, root file system, yeah, I get it. So interesting that they even have it in DMA buff self-test and Falcon self-test. Hello world. I mean, it is not really necessary to have it here in this Ethernet SFC Falcon thing. It would be enough to, I mean, this is a little bit near. I mean, this is a little bit like 8-year-old writes his first basic program. It would be enough to output this as an EFX loop big test progress. So yeah, K, hello world, hello something, is it even, this is samples. Just making sure we don't have anything, net test, self-test, there should be somewhere, where did I, here. So yeah, this is, that one should be ours. So as far as I see, it is only in this one PowerMac udebug SSC driver. And we will patch this away now. SSC udebug SSC. Could have just used it. Anyway. So that is Silog. So not really sure why this is SCC. By the way, is it? Did I just recently enable that for SCC? Yeah, whatever. So I think, so what is the function name? We can later change it at any time. I wonder if I should combine it with patching this. I mean, I probably personally will never see this Ethernet SFC hello world. I think I just leave it in how it is. Yeah, so that is how you change something, right? You could now compile test that, but this will of course just work. It's one of the few things I will not rebuild now. And then this is, then I don't, wait a second, don't tell me I think I somehow clobbered there something. What have I done there? I think I've done some, darn, what even? Yeah, I clobbered it, doesn't matter much. Cannot always go everything according to plan, especially when you're a little bit tired of non-working open source stuff. So this is we got a little bit, quite some patches here. So usually we don't try to patch stuff so much, but somehow it accumulates a little bit. How do we even name that? Not hello world. I don't know. Things of that sort. Especially the hello world is additionally stupid because, as I mentioned, you don't even know where it's coming from, right? Is it your bootloader? Is it, yeah, whatever. I would totally not expect that to be, actually, hey, this is exactly the same string length. Can't mix this stuff up. What a coincidence. I expected that to be either, I could not imagine that the Linux kernel prints something that unprofessional. I actually expected that to be from the bootloader. As I didn't see that for quite some while. I thought that it's a new thing from grub2. I expected that to be in the last line of, or something of that sort of grub2 before they jumped to Linux kernel code. It came, and then I expected when it wasn't in grub, I thought, okay, then it's somewhere in the early start of the Linux kernel, but it came quite to a surprise that it's in this you debug SCC init, but yeah, there we have it. Should we name that hello world or not hello world? Maybe not making that too long. Yep, there you have it. And then of course we commit this theoretically. I mean, we could compile that. Okay, fine, we build this because no, we don't build this. I don't have time for this today. So yeah, that's it, right? If you don't like some method. There's some really strange stuff going on that I didn't quite figure out yet with QEMU. I don't quite get why, also this is wrong. So this new grub2 code boots in grub2 from the CD, but from the hard drive it doesn't, and I can't quite figure out why. So it probably needs some, yeah, so it's trying that, and the crazy stuff is that after it has done that, I don't know what corrupts there. This looks like identical to the CD case. It's just trying CD. Wait a second, we probably can do that also. By the way, pro tip, I usually use this no graphics to have a better log here of the stuff not flushing away. So CD works. And so yes, it's booting with CD colon TBXI, how it would on a real Mac. And so yeah, it's trying that. That doesn't work. And after that, also best with boot, it's hanging. So yeah, I guess there must something corrupt or otherwise strange stuff, because why does it work with boot D? but not after this failed bootc stuff. That is rather mysterious. And the crazy stuff is that, also that was even more crazy, is that it works in general. I mean, the grub binary is identical. And if we run, or like if we load the config file from the CD booted grub, so that is just as before, booted from the ISO. It's the same grub binary that is installed, so the grub in general works. I mean, it could be the... No, it shouldn't, but I'll show you in a second. So config file. What is a little bit silly that grub is using other... I think on, what was it, on PC, was it just HD0 or stuff? It's a little bit silly that this open firmware has this prefix here. Apple II. Yeah, it's also a little bit silly that this stuff is so slow. But, yeah. But that's what it is. So config file that. So the config file is valid and works. At least I thought it would. I think it's just slow. Yeah, so otherwise it works and boots fully. So that's the config file. So the config file in general works. But yeah, this is the time wasting stuff, right? Everything freaking works TM except one. What I need to check. Yeah, I need to check with a real PowerBook though. But in general, or it doesn't. I mean, we could give it one shot. Maybe, how was it previously? Maybe the open firmware does not like blessing the root directory. Maybe it's some simple stupidity like that. I mean, as we live stream already, we probably could try that. Because MK ISO FS also didn't want to bless the... Just console it so. I mean, I understand why where this IEEE stuff comes from, but it's, I think it's a little bit inconsistent that they are not doing that for PC, so you would expect it's like PC BIOS or stuff, but no, whatever, who cares, right? Yeah. Oh, what, did I do this wrong? Ah, config. Cheers. Yeah, basically for a microkernel, I theoretically want our own boot code. And that is what I said with all the code duplication, right? We have so much code duplicated in all open Hackware BIOS, and then grub, and then the Linux kernel, and then stuff doesn't work. I mean, it could be, I didn't look into, maybe there is as per usual, there's usually some explanation, so it could very well be that it's technically impossible to bless the root folder of, why is it? Yeah, this stuff is also slow. I mean, it's crazy that QEMU is so slow, right? This is like running epic thread ripping here with 4.7 boosting, then 3 gigahertz. It is crazy how slow QEMU is. I mean, I said it so often, it's an amazing achievement. I'm happy that people spend so much of their lifetime to implement this amazing emulator. It's just, I mean, I understand it's freaking a lot of work. It's just somehow, yeah, it's strange that you would think other commercial emulators are at times fast. I mean, I speculated because it's so generic, but anyway, so I think I had test here as password, yes I had. So okay, we can do two things. So that is that, media. So let's move this OF boot thing to boot. Why is this read only? Do we not have read-write support for that? Yeah, scrolling and stuff. It's not cleanly mounted. Oh, maybe I don't even have that. Okay. Let's see if the other thing. So we anyway need H mount. Maybe that work. Do we have H move? So this is some user space stuff that we use for blessing. H copy. What was the syntax to target path? It's a little bit annoying. It's also a little bit tiny even for me. How did this work? Yeah, that is the annoying thing if you have some special tools like tools there for DOS stuff. Was it bootstrap? So that is just the volume name. OF boot B to there. Okay, let's see, do we have H del or something? And then copy that OF boot to the boot directory. Hopefully that worked. And then let's grab this H whatever, H whatever in our grub. So we need to use this bloody tools to set the creator stuff. I think it might not be possible. Maybe it's possible to extended attributes. I never tried this. Maybe we should try this someday, but today is not the day for that. Stone mod, hello, mod grub. Stone mod grub 2. So H attribute bless bootstrap boot. What have I even done here? By the way, does it error out? Okay, not such file. I mean, I guess it didn't error out for that, did it? No. Anyway, let's try anyway if it works. So, H attribute, created type. Yeah, so you need this TBXI. I'm not sure if maybe you don't need this Unix, but you definitely need this TBXI of bootstrap OF boot B. Does it have HD or stuff? Bootstrap. Wait a second, we have... Oh cool, I think I found a bug. You can't make this stuff up. Did it just copy this? I think this hcopy has a bug and created a file where... Wow. Or did it? I guess it did. What the fuck? I think this... I think we want to redo that partition. I think it's fucked up now. Wow. Yeah, that comes from not using professional things and some YOLO. What? Oh, wait a second. Oh no, wait. Why is this? Oh, no, this is so strange. I think this... Wait, why is this? I think this looks messed up. Why does it list a... Ah, wait, it does... No, what? Or is it even correct? Maybe it's even correct. Maybe it looks strange. Maybe it's just printing this strange. It still looks strange. this directory, and maybe we should H format that and do that again. Okay, let's waste a little bit time and copy this. I don't want to regenerate this crap anyway. Yeah. How to messed up. Oh, sorry. H mount, H copy. What? Oh man. That is going well. Maybe I should just run the grub script. Okay, let's not manually fiddle around here. Let's regenerate. This is too error prone for me. And someone wrote below all my automation stuff like automation sucks and only cause of bugs and stuff. Is like, no, manual doing shit is source is proven here right on this channel. So H format mount. Are we even do that? Okay, we do that way. Okay. Writing that. So that would. Do we have even a? Maybe the issue is that we previously didn't have a directory boot. Oh no, we should have. Oh no, wait a second. No, we should have mnt boot. This was not the issue. So that OF boot and then blessing boot and let's run that and hope for the best mount. So install grub. Okay, that didn't work. Bootstrap H attribute. Why did it not do that? Okay, we have OF boot B in there, but I thought to test this in 5 minutes and expect this to be an error-prone fiddling stuff of. Why does this not work? What do they want? Oh, they want colon? Are you freaking kidding? That's their own colon. This is max style or what? Can't max this shit up. Oh man. Did I mention non-standard tools and not proper kernel support stuff? Okay, fine. HFS pass. So yeah, probably it's like, I mean, it's a little bit silly though, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, it's enough. We bless this. This is there and blessed. Is it, by the way? How would you see the blessed? I'm not sure how I would see the blessed boot folder. Let's see if that fixes the thing. It's just a random guess because, I mean, otherwise it would probably, how would you normally debug that? Yeah, you probably want to build your own OpenHackware, open firmware BIOS there for QEMU. Okay, this does, wait a second. Okay, so, welcome to Grubs, that even works. Just a little bit slowish. Well, I wanted to say this doesn't work. But so this is a CD, so where's my mouse cursor? Mouse cursor. Oh, I hate when I freaking see the mouse cursor. Let's see, does that, oh wow, that even freaking works. So I guess that Blast does not work like that. Okay, fine, we quickly fix that. Yeah, at least we found one mystery that we probably even want to merge that into our release tag. So, blessing that, hello, hello? This is the wrong one because we have grub 2. So, bless boot and bootstrap boot and that too, and then we fixed another issue that I was wondering where it occurs from. Boot. That also makes it equivalent. So actually we have it like that on the ISO. I just didn't expect that to not work, but here we are. But it's also a bug in, this is also booted already. Slowly booted like a turtle. What do I want to say? All right, it must be some kind of bug in this OpenHackware. I think it's called Open Firmware BIOS. There is used by QEMU because after that nothing else works. So I guess that must corrupt something somewhere, or in grub could, or no, not in grub. It's OpenHackware. So yeah, crazy stuff. That we, but yeah, maybe it's like a technical thing, like this on disk H. Is it hierarchical? What was it? HFS file system hierarchical, or no? We don't. We want a proper. Oh, you want simplified German. Proper file system. Yeah, hierarchical. File system from 1985. Yeah, maybe you can't bless the root folder for whatever on disk format reasons. Is a possibility. But this is also why we need proper, I mean, I have no idea if this is specified somewhere, if there's a proper specification. But in general, why you want proper specification. It's not reverse engineer everything. Or the tools, even if these tools would be amazing, I mean, I'm pretty sure we can even check that if it still prints it so strangely. No, I'm pretty sure this hcopy stuff corrupted this, somehow creating a file and directory with the same name. I guess that there was must have been some crazy stuff going on. Remember when 10 minutes ago we had here directory and a file. Anyway. Yeah, so this H stuff uses space. Oh, did I? Yep. And then we fixed another kind of showstopper thing. Fixed grub 2. Whatever. So there we have that. I hope you learned something and enjoyed this. And as per usual, don't forget to share, like and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon for more fun stuff to come.